Alright, everyone. So I'm still trying to figure out the refits and what's worth it and what's not, and I might do even more later. But I have to gripe about something here. I mean, okay, so Hoi 4 agrees that the Scharnhorsts were level 2s. Yet, this is their profile, and this is the profile inside the game. Look at the profile. 1 turret, 2 turret, 3 turret, 4 turret, 5 turret. Even on this, 1 turret, 3 turret, 4 turret, 5 turret. What the hell is going on here? Why? Why is that happening here? Why do you have the wrong thing? The wrong label here. And on top of that, okay. Let's go. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Let's do this. Okay, so turret. That's the Scharnhorst class. This is the knives now. And just we'll get into the caliber of guns later, but that's the profile. And you already saw the profile of the other one. Now, if we do Bismarck class. Oh shit. Bismarck class. Where is the... There isn't one. Okay, so... Nope. Images. There we go. Okay. This is the profile. Okay, cool. This should also be a 1936 hull. So why is it a 1940 hull? Well, it was finished constructing in 1940. Let's, where's ships? August 1940. But when was it fucking designed? You know, when it should have been researched? When was it designed? Okay, so let's do construction. Bismarck was laid down July of 1936. That was well before it was supposed to be designed. Well before its design date. So let's do design. A series of concepts design was produced. What became the Bismarck class was produced by the construction office in 1933, and the final design agreed 1936. (1936) heavy hull. This symbol should be here. And that's not even getting started on the guns. Look at the guns here. I thought I would talk about the guns. Let's talk about the guns. Okay. 28 centimeter. Okay, that's 11 inch. If we go tag USA and we look at the same thing, what is this? This is 14 inch. If we tag it to England, what is this? 15 inch. Tag over to Japan. (14-inch). Let's try France. Let's try France. What does France have here? 13-inch. That's the closest we've gotten. Tag Sauve. 30. That's 12-inch, everyone. 12-inch. One nation has the caliber of guns that these level 1 gunners should actually be. One nation. 305. That's 12-inch, people. So, when you see tag USA, classes of ship, like, let's go, Arkansas. When you see ships like this, the Arkansas, the New York, and the Texas. New York, Texas, 14-inch guns. What guns do they have here? It says that they're 14-inch. And I would agree. I mean, they're certainly not 16-inch. And having level 3 guns to be 16-inch instead of doing, I don't know, 305, then the 12, 14, 16. That, I mean, they have the Colorados at the very beginning of the game. So those are very clear. These level 2 guns, very clearly 16-inch. So these should have a label that says 14 through 12-inch. Instead of just 14-inch. Because this is ridiculous. I mean, look at this design. Okay, so it's really a Wyoming class. But we'll ignore that for now. And on top of that, this Wyoming class should have this amount of turrets. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I mean, that's what the label says. These ships should not have the... Okay. If you're going by the label, then yes, that's what they should have. If you're going by the amount of guns, then yes, this is what they should have. Because if you look at all the other ships in the game, all of the other classes, and I'm not going to go tagging through all the different nations so we can look at all the different classes, but maybe we could show some examples here. So, Wyoming class, this is probably what it should be if it said 12-inch through 14-inch. Okay, sure. Except they had 12. Except they had 12 main battery guns, whereas New York's had 10. Okay, so let's actually tag to one nation in particular. So tag Jur. If we take a look at the Deutschland class, okay, 1 turret. But the label says that there's 2 turret. Okay, well, can we? No. Can we hit? No. We certainly can't put it here. We can't put another turret here. Why can't we put another turret here? Because Hoi 4 is stupid and lazy. So 1, it should be this turret. Now, I have come up with a little bit of a reason why. So, these ships had 2 turrets, yes, but they only had 6 guns. So if you look at 6 guns, okay, well, the power of those guns should be very, very limited. The heavy attack 18 versus the heavy attack of, say, the Scharnhorsts, which had 3 guns, should be more. This should actually probably be something like this, because of the power. But it's not. So if it's 6 guns, 1 turret. So really, if you're going to be building the Scharnhorst as the Germans wanted them, then you do one turret because the Germans wanted these ships, oops, to have the 15-inch guns that the Bismarcks have. This is what they should be, not whatever this is. If we go to America, tag USA, and then we go back to the Arkansas. Okay, so they had 12-inch guns. Yes, they had 12-inch guns. And that put their power, 12-inch guns. So you would put 3 turrets on them. 12-inch guns, 6, 10, 12. Because you have these Pennsylvanias here, and in them you also have the Nevada class, which have 10 guns, and I would not say that they should have 3 turrets. And on top of that, the New Yorks also had 10 guns. Now, why should this Arkansas not have 3 guns? Because the power of those guns, the attack, was roughly equivalent to the 14-inch guns, the heavy attack. However, the piercing should not be there. They should not have the same piercing. So no. Arkansas, boom. Yeah, this is what Arkansas should be here. Like, end of war. Like, this is... That's just what it should be. And then you want to differentiate them from the New Yorks? Here, let's give ourselves some XP here. Wyoming class. You want to differentiate them from the New Yorks? Okay, cool. They have plenty of heavy attack. Let's do this. So, Wyoming versus New York. Let's do this. The New Yorks, Texas and the like, they basically only had anti-air. They didn't have dual purpose. But let's just add dual purpose because that's the entire point. We want them to have anti-air. And let's give them Brooklyn Naval Yard because we can do this. Light piercing, heavy piercing. And we can give them more piercing by doing this. So let's add funds. Let's do it a couple of times. A few times. Now we have this. Cool. Awesome. And that differentiates the 2 classes. We could even do this, but actually, let's look them up. Okay, so New York class. New York class. What did they have by the end of the war? Okay, 1945 characteristics. They had aircraft carrier. Okay, so they did have the catapult. Okay. Let's do that. Cool. They have a catapult. The armament. 10 14-inch guns. 6 5-inch 51 caliber guns. So, see? 6. They had 6. That fits. Then they had 10 3-inch 50 caliber, 10 quad for... Okay, cool. Whatever. That's all anti-aircraft guns. And what did they have? They had SG surface radars, 2 of them, and 1 SK air search radar. Okay, cool. So, if you're refitting them, why not refit them to their status at the end of the war? Do this. Perfectly fine. Awesome. Let's click research on icon click, and let's give ourselves some radar. We had pretty good radar by the end of the war, so let's see which radar. Let's just give them level 2 radar. Let's just say it's level 2 radar that they end off the war with. And then we'll also take a look at these damage control systems. Or fire control, sorry, not damage control. And we'll also say that they had this. Cool, end of the war, New Yorks. Great. Now, what about these Pennsylvanias? What were they? So let's take a look at the top and the next Nevada class. Cool. Okay, they had 14-inch guns. What after 1927 through 1930 refit. Nevada after 1942 refit. Okay, so they had an air search radar. They had an armament of that. And what about ships in class? 1948 and 1947. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so 10 14-inch guns. Cool. 10 14-inch guns. They also had... Ooh, where's that? Did they not have... Did they not have... They did at one point. That's... Okay. They did have... When did they get rid of it? Armament. Armor, complement, range. Speed, triple expansion. Propulsion, conning tower, turret barbette, deck. Torpedo tubes. Okay. Can't see. Bofors, Orlikins. 16 dual part. Jeez. Okay. Let's just assume that they have the aircraft facilities. Let's do this. Now, how would we represent the 16 guns? Because this is 12. Let's do... Oh, you can't even do that. Okay. I was gonna say, let's switch this over to the module here, but can't do that. So we're stuck with this. Okay, 20 knots. Cool. That's great. They definitely had fire control, and let's do that fire control because it doesn't mention anything about that in level 1 radar. And this will be the Nevada class. Nevada class. Don't even have to touch it. And let's, I suppose, do this. Because these are 14-inch guns, and we want to distinguish them from the Wyoming's same caliber guns. Awesome. Nevada class. Okay, what comes after the Nevada? Actually, you know what? You guys get the point. Y'all get the point. This is absolutely ridiculous. It goes all the way up So, yes. Anything in between 6 and 12 guns. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would say put 2 modules on. But if the historical caliber of the ship was, let's say, subpar, then lesser than what it should be, then I don't. It's such a mess. Such a mess. The Wyomings should have these guns, but because of their caliber, they don't. Or that amount of guns, but because of their caliber, they don't. With the German ships, with the German ships, it's ridiculous, but also welcome, because these ships are already pretty much completed, and all you need to do is refit them this way, and you're good. Like, oh, whoops. Just do it this way and you're freaking good. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Just boom, boom. Like, you've got a more powerful ship than you would have had if Hoi 4 actually cared about gun caliber. In fact, they should even have, because this is before their refit, they never got the refits. They should have had this. Because they had 9 guns, but those guns were 11 inches. And just like how the hull here, the 1940 hull and the 1936 hull are mislabeled, just like how they are mislabeled, these are also mislabeled. Because this shouldn't be the... What does it say? The 12 inch? What? Enables 28 centimeter, 30. Even these labels don't agree. Like, what the fuck? It says enables 305. It's centimeter. Just move the decimal point for a millimeter, and you know 305 millimeter is 12 inches. It doesn't even agree here. What the fuck? They never had 12-inch guns. The Germans preferred the 11-inch guns. And even then, they preferred the... World War I, they preferred the 11-inch guns. World War II, they preferred the 38, the 15-inch guns. 380s. Because they wanted the punching power. The only reason why they had the 11-inch guns on the Scharnhorsts was because they didn't have the 38 millimeter. They didn't have the 15-inch guns that they needed at the time. Those were being saved for the Bismarcks. By the time that they got those guns, it was already too late. Already too late. So, you end up with a more powerful ship than you should. Cool. Awesome. And that goes the same for the Deutschlands. if I can get them. The Deutschlands should have this. But they don't. So, cool, whatever. Now, tagging back to the US, we have the Nevadas here. Let's talk about something different. So, these Pennsylvanias, right? 12, 14-inch gun. Okay, so automatically that means that we should be doing this for the Pennsylvanias. And we have infinite XP, so let's just not rename them. And let's take a look at not the Arizona. That didn't have anything at the end of the war. 16, and obviously a shit ton of anti-air. So, operations in the Philippines, 1940, Pearl Harbor, World War II, USS Pennsylvania. BB-38 images. Are there any images of her with... Yes. Plenty of those. Okay. So, by the end of the war, did she have... Yes, she did. The aircraft facilities, she did. So, 16. 12. Okay, so we accidentally did that. End of the war, she has those. Let's do 16. Unfortunately, we can't go above 3 because she also had the catapult here. Let's do that. And she had what radar? First production radar system deployed on the United States Navy ships operating. Okay, so it'd be radar 1, but we don't have that. Let's what was it? Not that. Combat tactics. This one. Project. SP. SP raw. SP underscore raw. There we go. Back, and now we should have the proper radar. There we go. Even that is wrong. Okay. And we'll give them better fire control as well. So, Pennsylvania's, that's what they should be. Whoa. No, let's not do modern battleships. Okay. And what comes? Ah, this. That's what I wanted to talk about. So the speed. Yes, let's talk about the speed. So, what speed did the Pennsylvanians have? 21 knots. So, 19 is, kind of not it. Not it at all. So if we do that, then we get that. But if we do Battleship Armor 1 instead, then we get 20.3. Okay, that's better. So this. Oh dear Lord. These labels. Another thing to gripe about. Okay, so these labels. Maybe these labels are better. So 13.5 inch belt, 3 inch deck. So armor, 13.5 inch belt, 3 inch deck. Okay. So yes, the Pennsylvanias did have level 1 armor. Cool. Cool. Let's get rid of that freaking thing there so that we don't have to look at it. Cool, we can do this. This is fine. This is what they were. What is the refit cost? Greater than a battleship. That's let's take a look at how long it would actually take us to produce this. All right, let's see here. Boom. And let's get rid of these for now. I mean, we're not actually playing here, so let's get rid of these. Full takes June. Let's boom. What? How? Tag tag USA. How am I still missing chromium when I literally don't have any chromium? Let's export focus. Okay, there we go. Let's do Pennsylvania versus actual Pennsylvanias. Okay, so Turkey, whatever, fine. I do it with the other one, but Pennsylvania, and we'll give it the benefit of a doubt and do naval refit yards along with FF. Not the two, no, this one. And those, okay. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt here. So, September 7th versus Pennsylvania and Arizona. This one. 570 days. So September, June. Oh wow. Okay, that barely beats it out. That's ridiculous. Okay. Jesus Christ. Because so you're essentially building an entirely new battleship when you already have one battleship. So if we just get rid of this so I don't get confused. June, July, August, September. So these are, let's whoops, get the calculator out here. June has 30 days. 30 minus 7. That's 23. 23 days. June plus July plus August plus September. That's 3 days. So there we go. They're 95 days apart from each other. Whereas this takes 365 plus 365, 1936, 1937 plus June